806.
Best Damn Sports Podcast, period. Welcome. 806. 806. 806. 806. Catching the vibe. 806.
Hell of a night.
806. 806. 806. 806. Shout out Keys. 806. 806.
You are now in the mix with DJ Wolfka.
Man, you already know what it is. It's your boy Melly Mel, and I'm here joined by some special guests. Not for the 806 podcast, we are still on break, but it's the end of the year. And if you're a fan of 806, you know what we do every year. We rank our top 10 movies and shows. And joining me to do so is a man who's been sitting in that chair for the last 130 episodes plus. Make some noise for the suntan Superman, Sanchez. Bow, 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 bow. And frequent guest to the 806 show. That was a little stutter, right? That was tough. The show. Make some noise for Christian, everybody. Now in all, what do you guys think about 2024 movies and TV as a whole? I thought it was okay.
It wasn't amazing.
I thought for TV it was better than for movies, for sure.
Yeah.
I think that's a trend anyways, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Streaming
usually-
services, you know?
Yeah, it's just I don't know. There weren't too many movies. I mean, we'll get to it obviously, but there weren't too many movies that really outshined the shows this year, and feels like it's always that case now. But
Also, I feel like there was so many that came out this year that I just didn't get around to.
Yep.
So,
Two kids will do
disclaimer, if you don't have your favorite movie or show on our list, it's probably because we just didn't get to it yet.
it's a work in progress.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
It's a lot of movies and stuff.
2025.
I think I hit the main ones. The ones that there's a list of the ones you're supposed to watch.
Yeah, like I'm missing one big one, but
I'm missing probably a couple.
it's all
Right.
good.
Well, let's start it off. We're going to go from 10 to 1, and we are mixing movies and TV shows on this list. So I'm going to start it off
10.
for the show. I'd be surprised if anybody else actually has this on his list. It's my guy, ATL veteran Donald Glover in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It was on Amazon Prime.
Very good.
Oh.
And I thought it was a very, very good show. It had his humor. If you've watched this shit before, you know the kind of humor Donald Glover has. And he plays an assassin.
Yeah, it's pretty
Mr.
straightforward.
Mrs. Smith. Great movie.
I gotta say I never watched it because I immediately thought of the original movie, and I was like,
It's based on
I was
the.
like, it's not gonna be as good as the original movie.
No.
What I will say is that the original movie was the one that actually is original. Like it was also a remake. So it's like each one they made of it,
They made it a little different.
is different.
the
So,
old spice on it.
so you don't go in thinking it's gonna be exactly Brad Pitt and Angie Jolie's movie.
But it has the
That ain't it.
same kind of dynamics with the
Which I
husband
feel
and
like-
wife.
Yeah,
and
I
then,
mean,
you
which
know.
is
when
the
you do a
actual
remake, you
movie.
need to have that
The only
core
difference is
thing.
the other one, the original, I think they just meet each other or they like accidentally meet each other and get married. This one, it was like a prearranged thing. You
Okay.
get married for your job kind of thing.
More
And
realistic.
obviously, because well, of course, and because it's obviously a TV show, they fall in love and and they have to deal with marriage.
an agency. So it's like CIA.
Yeah,
Let's combine the
I've
people
seen
who
other
are
shows
most
that do that too.
compatible
Yeah.
to do the job.
I think you better be more careful being, married to a trained killer. Might take out the trash a little more often
the-
than usual.
What if they're both train killers?
No, even
you do the trash.
Yeah.
No, you do the trash. Like, okay.
That's not gonna work if you guys
Your
put guns
gun's
on each
bigger.
other. Pulling guns on each other to take out the trash. I don't think this marriage is going to work, in my opinion. But I thought it was a pretty good TV show. It wasn't the greatest. I don't know if a season 2. I think it's one of these mini-series things where he just kind of does it.
Sometimes those are just better that way. So
I miss those.
a lot of times I see this with shows all the time now. They'll just drag it out for way too long. So by season 1 is great, season 2 not so good, and it just plummets because they're just dragging the story out way too long and try to get too creative. I'm like, some stories are better just one and done.
I've noticed that a lot of people, not a lot of people, but a lot of shows or stuff like that, or movies, they only made enough thought into one movie or one season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when they're forced to make another, it's like
I
you can
didn't-
tell
I
that it
didn't-
dies off.
It's like I didn't have.
I think this far,
I didn't know
Yeah.
what the story was going to be after that. I didn't think this through. I didn't think this far.
which is probably what happened to Joker too.
Yeah,
yes.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't
because
watch it.
I heard
I didn't watch
was-
it either, but I'm probably not going to.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to from
Like-
all the things I read.
Like, and number
It's
one's
all-
a musical, so right there you lose me.
Tough.
It's like
Why is
okay.
Joker in a musical?
Yeah.
So I
don't
thought
know.
I was weird. I was like,
Lady
all right.
Gaga's
The
there.
first one was like
Okay.
the slow grind one. I was like, all right, cool. It's the first one.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Batman Begins, you know, kind of.
Yeah, it's a build up. You have to build a story.
I was expecting some like Dark Knight for the second one, where it's just all the
It's
action.
a pretty high
This
expectation.
wasn't
No,
supposed.
no, not like that. I mean, like
Oh,
action,
okay.
mad
Yeah,
action, not like
I was like, that's a really
quality of movie. No,
It's a
I
really
didn't know
fucking
that.
good movie.
Also, they didn't plan on making a number 2, so it's like
They shouldn't have.
and they said no for a lot
It's
of
hard.
years.
I mean, I get it though. Like, you know, you do one season or one movie, and then it blows
up.
the projections, and you have all this money. And you're like, shit,
And
like,
they'll push it
let's, do
towards
another,
you.
let's do another one and get
Do
another
another
cash
one.
grab.
Yeah.
And then it falls very short, and then you're like, damn.
I still got paid.
Yeah,
it's
just
okay.
crap out. It's the equivalent of crapping out of the crap table.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, we want to go clockwise. Chris, you want to go with your number 10?
My number 10 is following the same theme as Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It's actually Black Doves.
I haven't
It
gotten to
is
that, but I've
a
heard.
thriller. It just recently came out on Netflix.
Okay.
It's
How many episodes?
It's 6 episodes.
Okay.
It's just like one of those limited series. I mean, granted, I don't know if they're gonna come out with a second season.
They're expensive now, so
They're
that's why
expensive
they're
now.
getting shorter.
Depends on. I mean, it was number 1 on the top 10 for a little bit.
Okay.
It was kind of similar to that regard where they put assassins into like a.
If assassins are in the show or movie, you got me.
You kinda
got me.
You got me.
Like,
You got me.
you know what I mean? Oh, you kill people? Ah, cool. I'm watching.
I like that.
So in this case, yeah, pretty much.
Murder for hire. I'm in.
In this case, it's a girl that like the organization's called Black Doves, and what they do is they sell information to the highest bidder. So they actually place this woman, who's the main character, puts her in to like go and become like get involved with the defense secretary of the state and like just get close to women, and they ended up getting married, having kids, and then she's still this whole time
Oh,
he's giving
deep,
her
deep cover.
Yeah, he's giving her information, he's passing it on to the organization, and then she's undercover the whole time, and it's good. I will say the reason why it's not higher on my list is because towards the end of the season, there's too many plot lines. Like it was like I was like, I don't know what this like the finale. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to gain here. Like what am I trying to look for the answer? And sometimes
Did it give you like season 2 vibes coming up, or did it like cliffhanger that way,
No,
or was it just
really.
like
They
you
left
ended?
they left the door open, but like it didn't. It wasn't like a. I wouldn't say it was a cliffhanger. Like
Okay.
the story that was written it was finished, but I can see if they make a second one, it might follow another assassin.
Oh, I got
That's
you.
part.
I got
Like
you.
it wouldn't be like
Which is technically
continuation
what
of-
Mr. and Mrs. Smith is.
yeah. So it was good. It's just when you have too many plot lines in the end and you don't know what to expect for the finale,
Okay.
True.
it's a bummer.
Yeah.
All right. So my turn.
It is.
And since I don't listen very well, I have
You don't.
2 lists. 1 movies, 1 shows.
The funny thing is, not even that he doesn't listen. This is the 3rd year we've done this in a row. We've had the same.
In the same situation every
So
year.
that's why he just follows through because he thinks it's how it's supposed to be done each year.
Yeah, right. By now, I was like, this is how it's supposed to be.
One thing about you, Sanchez, you are consistent.
Hey, here we go. So, for my shows, actually something that's more recent came out recent. Creature Commandos,
I haven't got around to that.
I
That's
haven't
the
got around to that either.
HBO. James Gunn's doing what James Gunn does, and
He doesn't miss. Honestly.
I just saw it on. I went to HBO today and I saw it there. I was like,
Yeah.
I should watch this.
it's like 5 episodes in so far. Highly enjoying it. It's really good, and if that's what the vibe is going to be for DC in general, I'm for it. And then
Sure hope so.
You'll see.
Then for movies is one I just watched a couple days ago, which is Red One.
Oh,
The
With
Rock-
The Rock,
The Rock.
Christmas movie.
That's actually good.
So
I couldn't
see,
tell.
Okay,
From, like looking
all
at
right.
it.
So before I say it's good, let me go in with this. The Rock's in it.
Yeah.
It's about Christmas.
Like Christmas.
Santa is swole.
Okay.
That's-
I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, right.
It's a little weird.
Lucy Liu is in there,
oh, okay.
and then we got Captain America, Steve Rogers, but obviously I forgot his real name.
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans.
Yeah.
He's in it.
This is a weird movie.
as his old school self, how he used to always play those like jackass characters,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
always rude and shit.
wasn't Glass Onion? He was like a
Yeah. That's when first time he came back to it.
Also a good movie.
Yeah, great movie.
Damn, did that come out
So-
this year? That could have
no,
been a
it
movie.
did not.
All right.
No, it didn't. But yeah, so it has that recipe. So I went into it saying this isn't gonna be the best movie of all time. There's no way. But
It's a little holiday.
Yeah, it's a
whatever.
holiday
I mean,
chill.
There's good actors and
an
actresses.
action holiday with themes that I had never thought to put into a
Friday
Christmas
After
movie.
Next.
Yeah, it was like I enjoyed it. Me and my wife, my son watched a couple of it. And he's like,
Couple minutes.
yeah, he goes away and comes back a little more. Like, oh, action stays for like
It's not
30
enough
minutes.
to like actually follow the plot,
Yeah.
but just like see bits and pieces.
Whenever it got to them explaining stuff, he's out. But yeah, the action sequences, I was like, hey, it's not a bad movie. Could it have been the best ever, like The Rock said? No, that's a stupid
He said
assumption.
that?
I did not know he said that.
No, he walked out of one of the movies and said, "This is how he's supposed to make a movie. I can't wait till you guys see Red One." And that movie he said was like one of the best movies of the year. And this one came out, I was like, "Buddy, lower your expectations."
I
I mean, you're supposed to do that.
He's trying to, you know,
yeah, he's trying to sell it.
try to sell it.
Problem is, we're at the stage with The Rock where like when I see you in the movie, I kind of like I'm a little iffy about it.
I think,
You
of-
sh-
I
you
think
should
of Fast
know.
and the Furious and like those crazy action that don't make
But
any sense. That's what I think of.
He has
Rock
a lot
now.
of bad movies. He has a lot of stinkers.
Yeah, but most of I want to say stinkers. In my opinion, it's more you're entertained, but it's not a great movie.
Like,
No.
you know what you're signed up for. Like when
Exactly.
you go to watch Fast and Furious, you're like, this is a lot of things
Yeah.
aren't gonna make any sense.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Like
There's space with a Honda.
Yeah, they're
I
in-
get
they're
it.
in space.
Like it's one of those like movies where you walk into it like don't know what you're talking about, but
Yeah.
hey, I enjoyed it to the point where I wouldn't mind having this to be added to my Christmas rotation every year.
Okay.
A
A
Christmas
little
mainstay.
action one, you know, it's
I mean,
fun.
the action's good. I mean, that's what it is for. Like,
Yeah,
you're not
yes.
going to watch that for the plot. You're-
Absolutely
it's
not.
just
Yeah, it
strictly-
sounded like they made a movie around The Rock. Like you big, you can hit people. Like
Yeah.
let's figure out a Christmas movie. Like yo, what if Santa's jacked? And then they went off. Like,
and in the end shows why Santa's Jack. I'm like, all right, it makes so much sense.
as if I mean, all right,
Oh,
No, yeah, but yeah, that's my tens.
it's your 10. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I forgot you said two.
Yeah, I don't have that many. Apparently, since he had a lot of time this year.
Not really.
Yeah, I was surprised. You got 20 shows and movies in a 1 year span. But my number 9 is
Number 9.
this is definitely recency bias because I saw this movie 2 days ago. My son said, granted,
Oh, all right.
15 years old,
I know.
but he called it the
Criminal.
best movie he's ever seen. Granted, 5 minutes after he walked out the theater. But I'm going to go with Sonic 3. And it's a pretty good, goddamn good movie.
I can't say too much because it's going to make an appearance on my list.
Yeah, yes, it will into mine. But I will say the couple days after when we were out to our grandmother's birthday,
Yes.
happy birthday
Happy
again.
birthday.
He mentioned again with days after, like, it's the best movie I've ever seen in my life. I'm like, okay.
He started backtracking.
He did start backtracking.
Did he?
I pressed him. I was like, really? Best?
See-
Because before I watched it, I was like, best movie ever? Really? And he was like, I haven't seen too many movies. I'm like, okay.
Well, that's what I answered immediately. Like, he ain't seen the money. But yeah, me and my son went and we loved it.
I texted Jacob immediately after, and I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, you
You might have a point.
might have a good point
That was a
here.
good movie.
It was a good movie.
The only thing I felt like it was a little slow to begin with the movie. Just a little slow start.
Like, all three of them are like,
Yeah, it's kind of like, and clearly I'm not the target audience.
No.
When I say this, well, obviously to me, it's a little child, little PG. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's clearly a kid's movie.
literally-
Yeah. But hey, if I'm nitpicking, you know,
Jim Carrey's there for us.
Jim Carrey
in
is
the
literally
memes.
he deserves an award for how well he plays.
The perfect. I think honestly, everyone in that movie, like the main characters, were perfectly casted.
Yeah, I liked it. I really enjoyed
absolutely-
Keanu as Shadow was
Yeah,
just
it's
like
the perfect. Like, this is just the perfect casting.
it. He just elbows Knuckles. Love it.
Also perfect.
yes, hilarious too.
They have videos of him doing the voice acting with the knuckles on
Yes.
his hands. Like he's
As
really
you,
into
as
it.
you should.
As you
He's really
should,
into
yeah.
it, and it
As
worked out.
you should. Where's your number
Passionate.
9?
Number 9
Nine.
will be Batman: The Caped Crusader.
Ooh.
Came out on Amazon. It is It's mostly on here because it's just so nostalgic. It's close to like the original Batman animated shows that we watched when we were kids that you can possibly get now. And
I agree with
there's
that.
not much really I can really say about the story. It's mostly just nostalgia driven.
Yeah, and it's definitely a Elseworld take on the Batman lore.
Yeah, you
Yep.
lost me at Girl Penguin. I'm sorry.
yeah.
That wasn't bad, honestly.
It was.
No,
It caught me off guard.
like, come on.
Caught you off guard, but it did make sense to what was going on.
It did.
And,
Yeah,
and it
but,
fit
like,
the
come
character.
on.
Because it didn't derail me
There's
from having it
so
on my
many
list.
female characters in the DC universe and Batman universe that you could use. Why would you turn a prominent figure like Penguin into a female? That makes no sense.
Because-
with shows in general,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sick
you
of.
gotta watch it. It makes
I'm
sense.
sick of
I watched
like people
15 minutes of it and I was like,
changing things. They change the minor characters. You know,
Yeah.
Yes.
major characters should always be what
don't
they're
need
supposed to be.
For
in my
for
opinion.
for that, only thing I could say is that this Penguin club owner, show performer.
Yeah.
So if you watch those old school performing stage work, this is what they look like the way exactly how this Penguin looked like. So it fit for me, but I understand. I was like,
If there was
Come
a
on.
Penguin,
Yeah,
maybe
that's what it was.
back in
Alright.
the 60s or 70s, there was a girl version, but there's never been a girl version of Penguin. So you
no,
just,
it's definitely Liberty, just like this.
like,
Yeah,
come
my
on.
It's like
reaction
Harley
was
Quinn.
100% like, come on. And
Yeah.
then I was like, oh, clearly it made my list. So it's still, I
Yeah,
thought
it was still a good show.
I think I
enough
fell
show.
asleep with the first episode. I never gave it a try again. I have a short leash. I'll admit I have a short leash with cartoons, movies.
Yeah, I'm a lot more.
Very short. Like once 10 minutes, I don't like the vibe. I'm just like, yeah, I'm all set. I have a very short leash with that.
Understandable. It's not for everybody.
So for my TV shows,
Your TV show
I got
number 9,
Dragon Ball Daima.
Dragon Ball Daima.
Did you watch the episode today?
I have not.
You're gonna love that episode today.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing.
Woo! Okay. Hell yeah. So this is again somewhat nostalgia. This is Toriyama's last work.
Yep.
I just had an episode with Nerd Gods actually about Dragon Ball series and and
Shout out to the Nerd Gods.
Shout out Nerd
Check
Gods.
them out.
I'm gonna get on there.
Yeah, you definitely do. It's fun. It's fun time.
Like,
Yeah, it was the childness of that I felt with Goku going on in Super. Him being a kid again makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I feel like after Z kind of serious and goofy to just childlike as an adult, it's like that's not you. Make him to a kid, everything fits
yeah,
perfectly.
It just fits a lot.
You fix
better.
everything. And the story, the lore, everything's happening. I love it. It's honestly something. It's beautiful to watch.
So I'm
It made sense.
pretty far
Yeah.
behind on the DBZ world. I don't remember the last time I watched it. Is this like a prequel or like what? Because you say he's a kid again, so we going back in time?
No, he
What do we
got
do?
turned to a kid. They all got turned to
of
kids.
course.
Yeah.
And this,
again.
yes, this is before Super happens.
Okay,
So this gets put in there right after Majin Buu's.
so right after Boo.
Not right. Yeah,
My-
basically
like,
after
Yeah,
Buu.
right after Boo.
Like I watched Little Super. I don't have much memory. My memory kind of stops at
I'm
Boo.
not gonna lie, Super is fire.
I know.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to watch it. To be honest with you.
For this one,
I have an account.
yeah, we got you.
I'll talk.
With Super, it was
so
like
happy.
it starts off with Trunks' birthday, and he's like 12. In this one, it starts off Trunks' birthday, he's like 8. So it's like a couple
Yeah.
years before,
Mm-hmm.
and it fits in. Very big fan of it.
Right.
But now though for movies, one
So real quick, so it means I can watch this without watching Super first, right?
Yeah.
yes, it had nothing to do with
And
Super.
it just started.
6 episodes in.
Yeah.
And this is on that same little
No,
website.
it actually,
Yeah,
it's on
it's
a
on the-
couple of them actually. But yeah,
I think it might be on Hulu actually too.
it's on Hulu. Yep,
Yeah.
Oh, I got
I think
Hulu.
I saw it on Netflix actually.
and Netflix. Yep,
Okay.
Well,
All right.
it's on somewhere.
All right. I'll find it. All right,
but
fine.
It's on Disney.
I mean, just it's all like 20-minute episodes like there used to be.
Oh,
yeah.
You would fly through.
yeah. And for movies, this is a remake of a movie that I fucking loved a couple years ago when I first saw it, which is weird because it's an old ass movie. But Roadhouse,
Oh,
the
great.
original Roadhouse, I saw a couple
I didn't
years
see
ago.
it yet.
Loved it.
I didn't see it either.
So I was so excited that they're making a new one with Jake Gyllenhaal, and then obviously the modern technology, and I saw Conor McGregor. I'm like, okay, let's see where this goes. And
I mean, if anybody was gonna, it's a role he knows.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he's the villain, and he's definitely Conor McGregor. So so I'm watching this movie. It doesn't capture the same message as the first one. It's definitely a reimagining. Sometimes it's little here, little there, but in total, I enjoyed it. I had a
what
good
it
time
is?
watching it.
You know what it really
but it
is?
just wasn't
It
what I
wasn't where-
wanted it to
yeah,
be.
right.
You know?
Those movies back then in like the 80s and 90s, there was so many because remember tapes and video stores were so prevalent that you could make a movie that it might not do well in theaters because it's just a basic movie about something that's not too much fun, but it'll do good in video. So you could make a movie like Roadhouse where like I forget what the message was of the original Roadhouse. Like
What message?
uh,
No message.
yeah, just fighting.
Throw hands.
Watch this badass just kick everybody and
And
murder
you know,
people.
you didn't need much plot. Now, you know, everybody's so smart. You need all this shit, so they have to make it more like.
Yeah, just and back then it's just like you can take more risks. Like,
Yeah.
in general, like you can. The world wasn't as like soft as it was. You can make these kind of
Yeah.
different jokes, do these different plot lines and everything. And it,
Back
you know,
then,
won't
it
offend
was a slower burn can make you a
Yeah,
hit.
people had more patience to sit there and like watch a movie that like.
Yeah.
Now you really have to catch my attention in 15 minutes because we're living in a streaming world. So before you watch a movie, most people are not going to walk out the theater.
No, you're
Even if
stuck
you
there.
know what I mean. Now
Yeah.
you just be like, yeah, it's just whack. Pause.
Next.
Stop.
Pause, exit out of it. Watch another one on Netflix. Like
I've quit many movies.
Many movies.
Not my.
I quit one today.
It happens.
It just
But-
happens.
Yeah, if you guys want to watch Roadhouse, it is action packed. It is Conor
Gives me-
McGregor.
It gives me Lethal Weapon vibes.
I wouldn't even put it at Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon,
I was thinking like Never Back Down.
yeah, similar to
Yeah.
Never Back Down vibes. Yeah, that's probably the best because it was cheesy as fuck sometimes. Never Back Down.
Exactly.
But it was a good movie in total.
yeah.
Roadhouse
You're there for
is
the
that
action.
similar. Yeah, like some jokes. I'm like, that's a weird thing to say right now. But yeah,
Middle of a fight.
Like, oh, okay.
tone shifts randomly too. I'm like, okay, but whatever. It was Jake Gyllenhaal. Loved it.
Number 8. I like Jake Gyllenhaal.
He's good.
One of my great favorite actors, especially when he's fighting.
He's really good.
Number 8 is the return of one of my favorite characters to the screen. Me and Josh has always enjoyed this guy's movies very well, and we're glad that he brought it back in 2024. And it's
what
going
it
to be Beverly Hills Cop,
Oh.
Axel Foley.
Not what I thought.
So
Haven't watched
I
it.
really like this movie because I am a big fan of the original Beverly Hills Cop, and it was the same vibes, the same guys. I was surprised they were still alive. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
surprised.
one
One doesn't look good.
One didn't make it. No, he did make it.
Yeah, he was in the movie.
I thought he died.
Yeah, he
Yes,
looks-
he looked like
must
he's
not be
old.
looking good.
That man looked old.
He look
But
old,
yes,
he look
he's
like
old
him.
now. He's old now.
But it was a good movie. Same vibe. Jokes are funny. Action was good. It was a good movie. I'm surprised it didn't get more like attention.
I didn't think it was as great. That's the problem. I'm not a fan of the nostalgia bait, and that's what all these movies are trying to do now.
Also, there wasn't much marketing. Like I completely forgot about it. Like I
If you look at Netflix, they'll give you some
Yeah.
marketing here and
Yeah.
there, but that's about it. And it came and gone.
I mean, I liked it.
I enjoyed the movie.
It was a good time.
I
I wouldn't mind.
watch
I
it
wouldn't
again?
mind seeing more Axel Foley adventures.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Maybe remember when Star Wars came back and like The Force Awakens was exactly like the original Star Wars?
yeah.
I think it was
That's-
kind of like, it was like, oh, you brought everybody like nostalgia. Here's everybody. All right, now let's further along the plot. So maybe
Yeah,
there's
and the
new
rest of those
movies.
movies were not it.
No, definitely.
No, they weren't.
You should have stuck to the copying.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The first one, we're just gonna do the same
He
exact.
gave
movie.
you the goddamn scripts, and you guys said, nah.
Yeah, but he also did the prequels, which like,
I loved them.
Favorite movies are into the set.
Right? Best movie of the series.
I don't know about that.
But hey, to each their own.
All right, Christian, who you got?
Number 8
Yes.
Hey.
is actually another one on Prime. Fallout.
Fallout.
Ooh.
Yes.
Fallout was really good. Like we're in the era where a lot of
The video games.
the video games that have great stories are being brought to life. Best part about it is the ones that really succeed are the ones that just don't fucking change anything. Just put it into a TV format or like a movie format. This one, it was 100% true to the games. I didn't even play all the games. I know the story though.
I enjoyed it because like, just like I know everybody hates Halo. I know everybody hates it. But I enjoyed it because I didn't play the games. I'm going there completely like, oh, what's the show about? I know what the subject matter is, and it's the same thing I went into.
That's the tough part. Like with those video game adaptations, like it's a really hit or miss. Like some the people that are really like big fans, like they're gonna be a lot more nitpicky. Like and to me, like I knew the story, but not to that degree. So like me watching it and
It was
seeing the
good.
comparisons, I'm like, this is like as spot on as you can be.
It was speaking of casting, the dude who he's good at everything.
I love him.
Yeah, I don't know what
I
his
don't know.
name
I don't know
is.
his name is
His
either.
his name is a weird name.
It is,
He's really
but
good.
It's amazing. He's amazing.
Yeah, he's
Good,
really
and
good.
then
The main red guy.
Yeah, and the main
Yeah.
girl, Ella
The
Purnell.
Yeah.
She was really good.
She's in so many things.
She's
that
in
I
everything
didn't know.
now. She's like blowing up, and
She's in Arcane the whole time. I didn't know that. She
I found that out
she's
too.
Jinx.
Yeah,
Yeah. But
but great show.
yeah,
All right.
that was 8, correct?
Yes.
That was 8.
My number 8 is actually one that was mentioned already, and it's Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Oh, okay.
I
need to watch this then.
love this
That
show.
was a pretty good show, man.
It hit my humor. It hit action points.
Donald Glover.
It was something that obviously they're falling in love, stuff like that. I'm with my wife. We're watching it, and we're both enjoying it for the same reasons. Like, oh, it's a good story, good connection. They have chemistry,
There's good
Action?
chemistry.
funny. You hit all my
no.
check marks.
One
You know,
more day.
you know what it kind of like. It kind of made it relatable, and the way I mean that is like,
Yes.
it was like, what would I do if I was an assassin? I fucked up. You know what I mean? I shot somebody or I did this like that. They would act like humanly, like, you know, you're super trained. You might be all this, but life doesn't always go the way it's supposed to go. Missions don't always go, and they kind of seemed human. Like, oh shit, what are we gonna do? Oh no, like watching a couple figure it out as they go, and still being professional. I thought it was a pretty good. I wouldn't mind more adaptations. I think Donald Glover, from what I'm hearing, he's doing a Star Wars fucking shit. What's
The last one he did was
Laszlo.
not great.
He wasn't the main guy.
Yeah.
I know, but that wasn't not good.
But he
That was
played
a
him
bad
well.
Movie.
He played
He
him
did
well.
good. Bad
But
movie.
I think he's doing either a side series himself, a Disney series by him. Some of that, you know, Disney just wants some money. And then, it might be good if he gets the control of it.
Yeah.
If he gets
he's
to
the one
write it,
doing
he gets to like.
yeah, I'd trust him
Yeah.
a lot more than
so
everybody,
far,
all other people.
in my opinion, he hasn't missed yet on everything I've seen him in. He's
Atlanta
actually
is- yo,
had
if you
full
haven't-
control over.
If you haven't seen Atlanta,
I
like
haven't.
it's
I still haven't seen it last season.
I've always seen clips.
I haven't seen the last
Everybody
season
always
either.
talks about how amazing it is. I don't know why
is.
I haven't
It's
gotten to it. I
hilarious.
just forget about
it's
it.
hilarious.
Perfect.
I need
It's
to
there.
watch it.
It's there whenever you want to.
And then
One day.
for my movies, is a movie that I honestly didn't think I'd enjoy as much. It's Monkey Man. It's
I
on
haven't seen it either.
Peacock, I believe. And
I
Streaming
don't even know if
sites.
I heard of this one.
and
I think I've
it's,
seen it. Like,
what's his name? He's whatever. Something Patel, I want to say, but he's it's Indian in India movie, and just the action sequences in this movie were amazing, and the fact that the story and the way he shot it, you're in this world, you're part of it.
It's like fully
And
immersed. in
yeah,
it,
you feel you immersed. And the fact that he wrote it, directed it, and starred in it, you can tell like he
Damn.
put his all into it, and you can feel it.
that was
a
good
great
because
movie.
studios will just let you do that.
Exactly.
You want us, or you want you to
I
star.
gotta see what the hell his name is. But yeah, it was a great watch. I believe Big Ariel mentioned it to me when it first came out. Like, yo, you gotta watch this. I was like, all right, whatever. Dev Patel is his name.
That sounds very familiar.
Yeah, I'll show you Dev. This Dev Patel.
Oh yeah, he was in that
Yeah.
Lion movie, a tiger movie where he's in a boat with a tiger or some shit.
I think that is correct.
That-
I can't say yes or no though. But yeah,
it could be.
but
Oh, I could be profiling. you know.
that's
all that- I'm not
I
gonna-
don't want
I'm
to
not
watch it anymore.
either one.
I'm not co-signing it. But it may not
There's
be
a
him.
chance.
But yeah, honestly, watch it. It makes me want to watch the Green Knight now because he's also in that.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, you know what? I trust this man. Let me see how he's over there. But yeah, if y'all haven't seen it, it is on Peacock, I believe.
Check it out.
Peacock or
All
Prime.
right, 7. I'm gonna go pretty quick because it was literally just mentioning that is Fallout. Like I said, I didn't play the video games, so I went into it pretty blind. I think I honestly went from reviews of other people. I think someone just like, "Yo, you need to really watch it," or my girl's coworkers or something. Well, along those lines, I was like, you know what? I watched it, and it was a pretty good story.
Mhm.
Like, it was a good cast. I'm interested to see where else it goes. I watched the breakdowns on it, so I love shows that have a little lore behind it.
I love
I need
lore.
the
know
lore,
what I mean?
actually. I really do.
Lore for
Man.
lore.
I need to be
I'm
able
at the
to-
point where I can't watch shows without watching breakdowns after.
Yeah.
Because I want to
Yeah.
learn. I
Yeah.
need to learn. I need to learn.
All right, 7 for me is going to be Dune 2.
I still haven't seen
It's
it.
a little, and it's honestly, it's a little low on my list. That movie's a lot better than I'm sure on some people's list it might be in the top 5. I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more if I watched it in theaters.
It's one of those.
Oh.
It's one of those. I watched it at home.
I watched it in theaters.
In
so,
theaters, I'm sure it's just a much better experience.
It's made for theaters.
The story,
Absolutely.
everything about it was just truly just an amazing story. I needed to watch so many videos beforehand. You got a recap on Dune 1 before watching it. Like I did that all within like minutes of before watching Dune 2. So I did it all in like.
There you go.
Probably the best way to do it, honestly.
Yeah, and I thought it was fantastic. I think the acting was great. Timothy Chalamet,
He's good.
he's really good. I think he's perfect for that role.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
He's playing Bob Dylan. I don't know much about Bob Dylan, but I was
I'm
like,
not going to watch it. But
no, I'm not glad
it
I was
looked
going
it looked
to.
like
But,
he
you
might
know.
win an award for it. you
Yeah,
know?
I was like, you probably doing something for that shit. That's one of those.
What number are we on?
7.
Seven. It's funny because we were actually playing this before we started it, but Dandaran, my show,
Dun dun dun.
DAN.
DA.
DAN.
Yeah, that's big.
It's
We'll go
on
out on a limb and
Netflix.
think and say this is probably anime, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And
I
it's a great intro song to the fact that it's stuck in my head at this moment. And I literally just finished it before I walked in here. So I actually really loved it. It came in for season 2. You just told me it was coming in
Coming in
June
summer,
or
June or
July.
July. They announced
That's
it already. They have the trailer
beautiful.
out already.
So yes, if you are into anime, this is something that you don't go in with knowledge at all. Just walk in there blind like I did. And you're gonna love it. You're gonna absolutely love it, and it's hilarious.
It's one of those shows that you can either really fucking hate it in the first 10,
Yeah,
15 minutes,
absolutely.
or you're if you get through the first episode, then you're stuck
You're
with it
stuck
for the rest
forever.
of the season.
Yeah. So
I chose to leave anime off of my list for the most part. I would say that for if I'm ever on Nerd
Mm-hmm.
Gods and like because I had two. It wouldn't. Most of these wouldn't even be on here.
I feel you on
I
that.
watched so many this past year, so I'm like I just didn't want it to over.
Just never
crowd
been.
mine.
I just never been an anime guy. I just
I think
can't.
it was-
Other than the big ones. Honestly, only Dragon Ball Z. I'm not even gonna say other than the big ones. That's the only thing.
That's what helped me be able to watch it because I was like, all right, watch Dragon Ball Z. Like
But I can't watch
Naruto.
subtitles. It has to be dubbed.
no, it was dubbed.
I don't know. I watch them all subtitled because I just some of the dubbed the voices don't really fit. But,
That's why if I start
but
one, I can't do the other.
I got to that level though for watching them now. Like I know
Yeah.
a lot of people just rather watch in English, but I can.
like
I'd rather
Dandaran,
English.
I'll watch it in English, and the subtitles because obviously people run around my house. So
Yeah,
always-
that makes
they
sense.
do not match. Obviously, the subtitles
Yeah.
are for what the Japanese one said, but hey, it was good and all. But
That is the toughest part with subtitles because then you literally will look at your phone and you're like, oh shit, I don't speak
I
Japanese.
missed it.
Yeah.
Like
It's
What
like
happened?
that's kind of what's always stops me from watching these subtitled shows because then it's like, damn, I can't even look down on my phone for a
No.
second. Like I gotta be
Pay
1,000%. Like you know what I mean?
yeah,
I can't focus. It's just 2024. You know.
tough.
And for movies, one that I absolutely enjoyed and did not think anything of this, The Fall Guy. The Fall
I heard it
Guy.
was good. I heard it
was
Watch
good.
this movie.
I heard it was
Yeah.
good.
Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, Aaron Taylor Johnson. Very fucking good movie. He's Craven now, but
Yeah,
Not anymore.
whatever.
they
But-
have it all stopped.
They
Yes.
did. They
Oh,
quit.
they are. Yeah, they
They
did.
quit after
They
that
did.
one.
But this movie was honestly like way better than I expected it to be. I put it on for like whatever. We're just chilling date night. Well, not date night, but like kids
Yeah,
are
just
asleep.
chilling.
Put
Yeah.
something on real quick. Fucking loved it. It was honestly very funny, action packed. He's a stunt man.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
they're
yeah.
making a movie. The main actor, bullshit happens, and he has to basically become a hero because he can do everything.
Yeah,
'Cause he's a stuntman.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, it works out. It's hilarious and is really good. Yeah, shout out Ryan Gosling.
shout out.
Number 6.
6666666.
This is a sequel to a
one for me.
movie that came out a long time ago. Gladiator 2, or I'd like to call it Denzel in Rome, because that's exactly
Denzel
exactly what the movie was. It was just Denzel being Denzel in Rome.
He
so
was the
good.
best
and,
Denzel.
and that's okay, and I enjoyed it.
I haven't watched it, but Denzel, I
Denzel
know it's
Rome.
good, and I will watch it when it
He,
goes
like,
on streaming.
He did so well that I felt bad for the other actors in the movie.
He overshadowed the hell out of
everybody else.
Yeah.
And that sucks because it's not his movie. But
Right.
it's his
Other good
goddamn
actors
movie.
on there too. Like, there's Pedro Pascal. There's,
No, I'm telling you,
and
no one did
fact-
bad.
The fact that he's overshadowing
Everybody.
speaks volumes.
Yeah,
to how
it's
good he
really
is.
good,
Yeah.
and obviously it's beautifully shot,
Yes.
which is what you want. Now, I didn't think it lived up to 1,
I mean,
but that's extremely hard to do.
It's really
Yeah,
hard to
it's
do
tough.
nowadays.
It's honestly the main character here.
I think
I just wasn't backing him
So,
as much, you know.
I think when you're making a sequel of a movie, your goal should just obviously you want to make the best movie possible.
Yeah,
Just don't make it worse. If it's as you know what I mean, if it was like, all right, it was good, but you know, the first one, if you're comparing, all right, you're comparing 2 of my movies. How I'm gonna be upset with you if you think the first one I did is
Yeah.
But if it's that bad where you're just like tarnishing what I did before, that's when it's a problem. Or if it's just like we don't even acknowledge that it is a movie at all, like Batman and Robin or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I Gladiator 2, aka Denzel in Rome.
Denzel in Rome.
And I gotta watch that for sure.
It's beautiful.
Number 6,
Number
Number
6.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Ooh, that's pretty low.
It's pretty low. It took. I needed to get the. I needed to just sit down and relax for a second because obviously when I watched it, I was super excited. It was just a very fun movie.
Nostalgia,
After
mate.
watching a ton of Marvel movies that did not do well.
Yeah.
So now I was like, this universe
We
sucks.
need it, yeah.
And I was like, oh, they finally brought it back. In hindsight, now looking back, it was an amazing movie. It was so fun. The plot,
No plot.
no plot. Like it was. The fun factor was like.
But do we need a plot for Deadpool? I don't think so.
No, we don't. But like the hype that it has, and everybody talking about it, saying it's like it saved Marvel. Like you can't save Marvel without a plot, in my opinion, because it has to tie into the story of what they were in.
We'll
right now.
see.
But we'll see. Obviously, I think it was an amazing movie. It's just there's other things that I think was better, but it was honestly one of the most fun movies I've seen in quite some time.
I honestly think it saved Marvel, to be honest with you. Or at least put a little tape in that fucking hole in the boat. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it ain't
Yeah.
going nowhere.
I mean,
It's definitely hanging off a building with one hand.
yeah.
You know, and hopefully they put
If
him
I'm
up.
not mistaken, I don't think Deadpool's gonna be showing up in these major
Oh, he's showing up in
films.
everything.
I think
the-
I
in
think
the-
he literally said himself, he's like he should not be in anything with the Avengers.
He will though.
He will.
He shouldn't be.
I know,
Yeah.
but
Like,
he's,
it-
a, he's, a, he's a big.
I know,
he's a
like how do
big
you
draw.
fit him in with?
He will.
It's gonna be a little here and there, but
Yeah.
When you have something like what's a movie coming? They announced Avengers
Doomsday,
or the other one?
Going before it?
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars.
When there's every character in the world supposed to be in that shit.
Yeah.
You can put that.
That
in
one,
that
that
bitch.
one makes more sense.
Yeah, I think he's only going to be
And
around
he's
adventure
always
ones.
gonna be like he said it himself. He does not need to be in the front and center for like the Avengers. Like, he's
He
gonna be
definitely won't be.
background.
No.
kind
He's
of,
gonna
like-
be. He's gonna have like little couple scenes. He's not gonna be a
Yeah.
main guy. All right, Josh.
All right, number
Movies
6
and TV show.
for a TV show. I had Arcane. Now
Slow.
well, yeah,
I don't know what that is.
it was great. It was absolutely great, and I had a great time with it. I think I needed to watch the last season first to get back into it.
You watched the second season without watching the first season?
I watched the first one, but
Oh,
when that
no.
came out,
Oh, okay.
so it's like I'm going into 2. I'm like now as I'm watching, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, this is who. Okay,
Okay,
all right.
okay.
Where if I watched it right the next day after season 1, I probably would have been loving it. But yeah, that's the only reason why it's at 6 because I had to have that little motion there. But for movies, Transformers 1. Transformers 1.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't
It's one of
seen it
those
either.
animated ones again where it takes me a while. To
It is an
have
animated
interest.
movie.
I'm an adult.
It is definitely more for
Children.
somewhat. Children definitely is for children, but these are the kind of movies that are given to the parents that they know are going to see it with the kids.
Yeah.
So me and JJ watched it, and we both loved it. We probably loved it for different reasons.
Right.
But
Kind of like Sonic 3.
Really
Sonic 3
good.
had a couple jokes where I was like, I got that. Y'all
Yeah.
didn't get that.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all Eggman.
Yeah.
Right? But Transformers 1 was surprisingly very good. I thought it would be like, oh, whatever, but
So
it's very good.
My only thing I was hesitant about Transformer 1 is when you repeat very popular plot lines. Oh, these enemies, they're enemies, but way back then, they were actually real friends until
Yeah.
it's like Wicked, the same shit. How many
Yeah.
different times have we seen that happen?
But you got to see this happen.
I feel it. I get the same
I
way
get
with
it.
some,
I get it.
with some
Sometimes
shows
it
and
works.
movies.
It's just like that's why I'm just like,
I finished the movie, I was like, I see why you became that. I understand.
Mufasa, same shit.
I understand. No, Mufasa. I don't know if I haven't seen the movie yet, but that
If it was
story's a lot
animated,
more
I'd
worse. Mufasa should have died for what he did to my boy Scar. But
Your boy Scott.
once
watch this movie. This dude
I
evil.
found out the backstory, I'm like, yo, you walked into his house and took everything from him? Nah, man, fuck you, Mufasa. But yeah, that's different. So what was that? Yeah. So number 6 was Transformers 1. So
All right. Number 5.
number 5.
I think I was very impressed with this movie because it returned the franchise to its glory. Because at one point, after 3, I was like, uh-oh. It got a little shaky. I got a little like, damn. It got a little Rush Hour 3-ish. It got, you know what I mean? I was
I
like,
got you.
damn. Bad Boys 4. I mean, we had Lamar on here a couple weeks ago, called it his favorite Bad Boys movie.
Yeah.
And I couldn't
Damn.
even, and
All
I
4.
couldn't even be mad at that.
Not at all. I mean, I feel you.
I don't agree per se, but I can't be mad at that decision. It was a very good movie. I mean, I think it literally it kind of went and fixed the things Bad Boys 3 did,
Definitely did.
but it's same directors. It's not like a whole new vision. It's the same people who
But
did it.
you could tell that he learned from what, like, all right, this is what you didn't feel. Okay, let's
And
fix
there's a
this.
couple of unique camera angles and unique gun scenes. It reminded me more into Michael Bay kind of movies.
Michael Bay made them go boom.
It's like these movies, like this,
Yeah.
like sometimes a good plot is great, but listen, we just want to see Mike Lowry and Marcus Burnett drive around, make jokes, and shoot people up. Like that's
Yeah,
what really what we
that's
want to
what-
see.
that's what everybody
Cool
wants.
car chases. You know what I mean? A couple cool cameos. I know people are like, oh, so many cameos. If you from Bad Boys 2, there's been cameos. It's
Yeah,
only-
Dan Marino
yeah,
in a was a
Cadillac.
Cadillac. In a
All
Cadillac, no one
movies
he was gonna buy.
nowadays are gonna have cameos.
They had
Yeah.
that dude from that guy in
Oh,
there.
the-
That was
I was
very
like, oh,
subtle. I was
okay,
like, you know
that was
what?
very subtle.
That was good. That was
Yeah.
good.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, he
That
was
was
in there.
good.
Great movie.
All right.
Number 5.
5.
Yes.
5.
You already talked about it. Sonic 3.
Sonic 3.
Never. I mean, granted, very big nostalgia factor for me. I
Yes.
was obsessed with them.
That's the
like,
best
growing
game
up.
that we played.
The game that we played, that was
That
one of my
song
favorite games of
and
all
then the
time.
last when they played the song from the video game,
And
I was like,
yeah,
oh my
they played it
God.
from the video game. The story is the same as a video game. For those listening, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. It's like they're literally the same thing.
Literally.
There's also some small changes, but like
Of
you
course.
can't.
It's
do
a movie.
It's a movie. It was honestly like obviously it's a kids movie, so the beginning of it too was just like a little like it was a little slow and there's all these kids jokes, but like the story itself was just I think it was just amazing. It really was. I would put it higher if I didn't have there was just other ones that definitely deserve it.
Jim Carrey, bro, like,
Perfect casting.
oh my God,
He's back,
He's
baby.
so good. I don't know if he's back because I don't know if he's like wants to even do it. I think after this, I think I heard somewhere he's like, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
do this shit.
No, well, he
He'll
said
keep doing it
no
if he gets paid.
after 2. Then he said a joke like, why are you back for number 3? He's like, well, I spent a lot of money and I need more money. It's like, all right.
He's gonna keep doing
Facts.
it.
Let's get it. Get in there.
It's easy money for him. It does well, and that's why they keep doing it. Like
And he's having fun. And you can tell he's having fun.
Yeah, I
this
think
one, he didn't have so much fun. They interviewed him. They were like, "How's it feel playing 2 characters in one movie?" He's like, "It's great." Until I realized I get paid for only once.
Yeah.
That's Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
just-
That is kind of
I
bullshit.
get paid only for one character. Technically, I'm like, that's true.
No, think of Eddie Murphy playing 19 people in fucking all those
if I
movies.
know Eddie,
Yeah.
if I know Eddie, he got paid for all night.
Yeah, that's true.
If I know Eddie, Josh,
Where we at now?
5.
5. 5 for me from TV shows is Agatha All Along.
Agatha all along.
I had a great time with this show. I didn't know what the hell they were
I
trying
was
to do.
pleasantly surprised.
Absolutely. And
Pleasantly surprised.
it definitely felt more adult than most of the Disney Plus things, which is great for me. Like, I was like, okay.
There's bodies in this shit, man.
Oh, yeah. People died. People died.
I
It was a
didn't-
demon.
I didn't watch it.
Scared me.
I followed
It was
along.
late.
All those,
I was startled.
I was like, oh,
all those
shit.
YouTube videos when they do the explanations after each
Yeah.
episode. I watched all of those. I didn't watch the show because I wasn't sure if it was going to
Oh,
be
you
good.
should have shown. It
But
goes,
I got
Bless you,
everything
officer.
though. I got everything from the
very
story.
good. Very good show.
That just honorable mention was for me. It just missed my top 10.
I definitely understand. And I was trying to get JQ to watch it, and he finally did, and he absolutely loves it. He gave it a perfect score. I was like, yeah, bro, it was that good.
It was good.
And
I don't know about perfect score.
Every
but
score
it
is
was good.
tough.
yeah, and for movies, number 5, I have Gladiator 2.
Gladiator
You
2.
mentioned it before. We're gonna mention it again.
Denzel.
Denzel just overshadows everybody, and it makes even more sense because he's the only like color person in
So,
the movie, basically.
Quick question,
He shines.
just because we've talked about Gladiator 2, but you did hear that he is in line to be in Black Panther 3. Are you worried that the same thing will happen in Black Panther 3, where he's going to
Absolutely.
overshadow every single
At
buddy?
this point, without Chadwick, it's going to be like that.
but
M'Baku's
it's
great.
Unless they make him the new Black Panther. That'd be crazy.
Give him the hardship burp.
Yeah.
There's none left, but give him
no.
anyway.
No,
I
I'm
don't know.
absolutely worried about that because he's just that
Would you think?
commands that much.
Would he be a
respect.
villain?
He has
Yeah,
to be.
he has to be. I think that's his better
He's
role.
too old to be Black Panther, bro.
He's not gonna be, but I want to be like maybe like
An elder that has never been around.
not elder.
Like-
How am I gonna say this? Like a flashback. How like the Godfather had him at old and had him young.
Oh, okay. That could
Like
be.
maybe like they told about a flashback of
Yeah, but
one
we-
of the Black Panthers he has to talk to.
I think to get the best out of him would be a villain.
When he's a villain, he's so charismatic. You can't hate him.
Well, that's the best kind of villains when you can kind of
Like Michael
we
B.
can relate
Jordan,
to him.
man.
Michael B. Jordan is absolutely one of the best villains in Marvel history.
Yeah, charismatic as fuck.
And you can relate to why he was
Yeah.
wanting to do what he wanted.
As long
to
as
do.
shit makes sense, but I'm in there. But this is
I
this
trust
just-
Ryan Coogler.
Exactly. I just guy. I
don't-
trust him
listen,
to put
I
him in
know
a
what
good
people
spot.
think about number 2. Crazy circumstances.
Yeah,
for the guy.
that's-
He literally had to rewrite his movie. Like
the best you could have done in the second circumstance.
yeah, like
He literally passed away after he wrote the finished script.
yeah.
Like he gave it to him, he read it, and ended up passing away like a week
R.I.P.
later.
man, he was such a great
Yeah.
fucking actor.
He was pretty good. All right. Did you say movie and TV show?
Yep, Gladiator was my movie.
All right.
4.
4. Bobby Orr.
Four.
This is a season 2 of a popular show. This is House of Dragons.
Oh, I forgot,
forgot to put that on
to
my
put that
list.
on my list.
Damn it!
How long ago was that? That was this year?
No, that was this year. Damn it!
All
Quick
right.
Google search.
God damn it.
Google search.
That ruined
Yeah.
my shit.
What's all right? We'll add them
I
as
googled
honorable
it. I googled
mentions.
top 10 shows of
I know.
the
Yeah,
me
year.
too.
It never popped up on Google.
You know what it was? It didn't for me, and then I
Oh, it
because
took
of
out
season 2.
Bunch of this shit in there. Right.
Because of
would've
season
been-
2.
Yeah,
it was.
that's why.
I enjoyed it. It's Game of Thrones kind of vibe. Anything they do, honestly, other than
I'm a big fan of it.
yeah, it's pretty good. Dragons,
Dragons, yeah.
bunch of fucking dragons fighting, man.
You can't really beat that.
And so many of, if you pay attention to, obviously we watched breakdown videos after,
Mm-hmm.
but so much stuff is in this that connects to what we got in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It building blocks and it makes sense. And the fact that this is like the book it's based off of isn't an actual book. It's more like a textbook, a history book, basically.
Yeah.
So you see how they misinterpret what happened, or this guy said this happened, this guy said that happened, and it's
Well written.
perfect.
Well
Yeah.
written.
I
It's well
very,
done.
very much love it, and I love dragons. So
Who
And
doesn't love dragons?
Yeah, and she's playing the younger version of her playing Supergirl.
yes, she is.
And-
Millie Alcock.
Oh yeah, that's true. You know, for
Rhaenyra.
4 for me, I mean, granted, House of the Dragon would probably be at 5 for me. I would push everything below it.
Mhm.
Down 1. Completely forgot about that one. 4, X-Men 97.
Okay.
It was amazing. It
was.
right off where it left off back in like the fucking 90s when it came out. Like it was.
I forget. I don't know which episode it was, but it was one of the best episodes I've ever seen in my life.
I know which one you're talking about. I'm not sure if I can spoil it for the viewers. I'm sure people have seen it. It's been so long.
You know what?
It's been a year,
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like-
I guess.
The episode of Gambit dies.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That is, in my opinion, that is the best
Remember it.
episode of the entire season.
It was wild.
Truly an amazing, like, it's just story
You
written.
know, it's
like
not
the-
funny. I was gonna watch this video and be like, "What?"
No, I should already watch this
No,
part
no,
by now.
She watches. I know.
But yeah,
That- and the
had me
finale, too.
had me a jawbreaker. I'm a jaw drop.
Yeah.
I was like,
Because you're not
No.
thinking, "Oh, you killing people in this show?" That's crazy.
Actually,
no.
on top of that, growing up, you guys knew this. I was a huge Cyclops fan.
Yeah, me
If
too.
All the
Yeah.
movies that they did before,
him-
they
made
never
him-
they made him look like a
oh,
bitch.
They made me not like him as
They
I got
made
older.
him what he's supposed to be in the
Yeah,
comics
he's
in the
wild.
show. He was
the way he was
amazing.
using his beam and shit, I was like, "Bro, I've never seen
It's
Cyclops."
concussive.
It was so amazing. The
It's
finale,
beautiful.
It,
unbelievable. I don't know where they're gonna go from there.
it gives
from-
me,
it's
it gives
gonna
me
be
hope
great.
Yeah.
that Marvel is going to do the X-Men right when they start doing a live
absolutely.
action. It gives me hope.
Well, as long as Kevin has
They
full
better.
control, bro, we got
Yeah.
this. Because
They
he
absolutely better.
was trying to make the 2000 movie into basically this.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, nah, Mitchell just came out. Black leather, everybody.
And the episode when they're in the finale when they're fighting and Nightcrawler is like teleporting with Wolverine in him. They show you how he goes through the. That shit was so dope. Just the small little details like that. I'm like,
It was beautiful.
man, it was
That was
beautiful. It was just
pretty
beautiful. That's what it was.
Great show.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, but good done good.
Great nostalgia.
Number 4 for me, TV shows, was Fallout.
Okay.
Fallout
Okay.
number 4, and I looked it up. His name is Walton Goggins.
Yeah.
I see. I would never been able to say
Amazing.
that. He was so good.
He's good.
The Ghoul, dude. So
Perfect casting.
I am not a person who played all the games,
Yeah.
but I am somebody who, if the show's gonna come out, I'm gonna look up the lore and everything,
Yeah.
videos.
Same.
So I'm in the same thing. So what they did that people don't do is, instead of making it, this is the main character, this is his story, yada yada yada, they said, no, we're gonna create the world in these games and have people live in it, and it was perfect.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was perfect.
They were jumping from character to character, making sure they got their time and like Ella Purnell is supposed to be the main character.
Yes,
I
yes,
forgot her name in the
she's
show.
the main person.
Main
Yeah.
person, but like I felt like there's so many different characters that could have been viewed as the main character because
Yes.
they all had their backstories and like how they became what they are now and
Came
how
the
they
Ghoul.
dealt with the fucking nuclear explosion or whatever that
Yeah,
shit
that first episode, that shit was wild.
I haven't seen a thing that this dude's in that I didn't like. Walton Goggins.
Yeah.
Like not one. Like even if it was a bad movie, like this guy killed it. Like, he did
He
great.
does good.
But so that was number 4, correct?
Yep.
My 4 movie is Bad Boys Ride or Die. Bad Boys Ride or Die. It was pleasantly surprising because I came out of 3. A lot of people say it's the best one ever. Blah. I'm thinking like it's very good. It's not there for me. It just there's some parts of that I just did not gravitate to like I did for the other 2 movies. And then with this one, they found out what I didn't like, and they said, "You know what, Josh? I got you. I got you. I'm gonna fix this shit for
Appreciate
you. Like, appreciate it, bro. I loved it, and the fact that
Smith
Oh.
is the goat,
And
man.
redemption's everywhere.
But you
Yeah.
know what also helped? It's just like, obviously a lot of the stuff is unrealistic, the shit they do.
Oh yeah, of course.
But they humanized them again. Martin's going through health issues. Will's having
They're getting old.
PTSD. You know what I mean? About getting all these gunfights. I mean, that's real shit. So I like that they added those little things. Like, yo, these motherfuckers been. Mike Lowry's body count is out of control.
Man,
Since like '95,
Yeah.
they've been going around the streets of
Man.
Miami, and I like the movie. It tied in. Oh, you remember these dudes? Oh, remember the Cubans? Yeah, the Haitians. The Haitians.
the
right.
devil not welcome here.
Great. I love that movie. That's still my favorite.
Great movie.
I think Bad Boys. I still put it 3rd.
I hate how they mess up the movie names.
Yeah.
Bad Boys for Life should have been 4. Come
Yeah,
on, guys.
that's-
Come on, guys.
in one job. Come on.
Yeah, true. Number 3 for me, it is X-Men '97. Like we already said, man, it was a pleasant surprise. I am happy that it went that way, and I'm happy there's going to be another season coming out, and I can't wait.
Yeah, honestly, I literally can't wait for that show to come back.
It's so good, and like for me specifically, I need things that are like I don't want to be able to predict exactly what's going to happen throughout the show.
Yes.
It's funny. There's a last episode of us really, really talking about X-Men '97. I know podcast fans, you don't see everything we record. We just kind of don't. But you remember that we recorded it, me, you, and JQ?
That didn't get. Yeah, that's
And
right.
that never came out.
That's right.
That never
we,
dropped.
We
That's it.
went hard.
You know what I
on
mean?
this show.
Like rappers and musicians have their songs that just don't drop and don't make the
Wow.
album. Some things don't make the album.
That was such a great episode.
I know. That
We
didn't make
geeked
it
the
out.
fuck
Maybe,
out.
maybe we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what
We'll
happens.
see. We'll
But
see.
yeah, it was great.
All right.
I can't hate anything.
Yeah.
Go on.
Number 3,
Number 3.
Shogun.
Shogun. I still haven't got
Shogun.
through it.
Shogun.
Just a phenomenal story.
FX don't miss.
No.
FX don't miss, really.
They
Like,
they got me every time.
they really do. Like the action's great, the acting's great. Like I don't even know what else I can really say about it. Just from beginning to end, like
It was
there wasn't like
beautiful.
any
I
really,
made
like,
the
any
mistake
flaws,
that I
in my
kept
opinion.
watching that after work and I fell asleep because against subtitles, a lot of subtitles. But
It's,
I
well, it's
do.
in Japanese, yes.
Yes,
I gotta rewatch it. I'm old. Sometimes I don't fall asleep just because I'm uninterested. I fall asleep because I'm old.
Yeah.
truly beginning to the end. I'm like you just hooked the entire time. I couldn't. It's one of those shows like every single week. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to fucking watch this.
This is number 3, right? Correct.
Yes, number 3.
And the thing about your number 3 is that I'll bring it up later. Okay, but number 3 for me is X-Men 97.
Oh wow, we're all pretty close.
Getting close. Getting close.
X-Men 97. We all geeked out about it already, especially with the episodes. Like it was just thank you for finally giving us this. May of
You know what I
hope.
love it. They're making movie. They're remembering our generation. They're making shit for us.
I know.
Yeah, we're the adults now.
Fuck these kids.
Yeah, I love you, studio. Fuck these kids. Man. Spider-Man movies, all this shit for us.
It's true.
And then for my movie, staying with Marvel, Deadpool with Wolverine.
Okay.
Like you said, there was no plot. Yes, it's Deadpool. I can never really. There's not really a plot with Deadpool.
Yeah.
He's the only one who can kind of go through it all. Like,
Yeah,
bro, who
he's
cares?
an actor. You don't know what the fuck he's gonna do. He's gonna do whatever he wants. And seeing the nostalgia bait, it worked. You got me here. Like I wasn't the biggest. I can't say the biggest fan, but I didn't love. Was it Far From Home? What's the one with
all the Spider-Mans?
All Spider-Man? The Far From
like
Home, right?
that
Far from
one.
home. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. It was here for me. People kept telling me it's over here, and it just wasn't there for me because of the nostalgia and the fact that the plot made no fucking sense. No sense.
Yeah.
But
Sometimes you
again,
don't need to.
good movie, and I enjoyed it for what it was. And this is the same thing with Deadpool and Wolverine. Seeing Laura back, seeing Gambit show up.
Yeah.
Finally,
It's
got
about
his
time.
due.
He's supposed to come back.
Yeah.
Let him-
Blade showed the fuck up. I don't care if I'm
Second
ruining for
I might as well
anybody.
go
Yeah.
number two.
Blade's
my,
back.
My number 2 is Deadpool and Wolverine. So you might
Yeah.
as well say it. But yeah, it was what we've been waiting for. I think we knew it wasn't gonna miss. It was a can't miss.
Yeah, it fucking bad.
And
it's
I think
rated R.
Marvel's gonna be like, yo, we're just gonna have Wolverine fight anybody. Wolverine Hulk movie is going to happen. There's no way it's not gonna happen.
That's the only way they can do it.
Yeah, that's true. And granted, it could have made my number 1. Honestly, I had it at 6. Like 6 to 1. They all could have been interchangeable. Really.
Yeah.
Like it was just such a fun
Honestly,
movie. Like there's not a part where I was like,
And
this is
at the
like,
beginning was the
not
how
even-
was 2024 for a movie and TV show. Now that I'm really looking at it, it was
It's pretty
a
good.
year.
I was
You
looking
had-
at
it.
you had the big, little top heavy, a lot of like big ones.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's been a long goddamn year.
Yes.
Honestly, because
Sounds like
like I said, when you said House of Dragon, I'm like, that was this year.
I know. I completely forgot.
Like, that's just a long time ago in my mind.
I got goddamn black doves over
Honestly,
the house.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It was this summer. It wasn't that long ago.
Damn.
That felt like a lot of time ago.
Summer
Yeah,
feels like forever ago.
I thought it was last year.
Yeah,
This
legit.
summer.
Okay, yeah. You got number 2, you said? Those 2?
Deadpool Wolverine was too.
Oh, so
All
number
right.
2 for me.
Yeah.
It's probably not even on your list. Invincible.
Invincible's not on my list.
What is that?
I gotta get back
Invincible.
to it. Another animated thing.
It's another animated superhero show. It's on Prime. I thought it was one of the most perfect seasons of a show I've seen in my life.
Oh, high praise.
There's high praise. The plot, the story that's being driven behind, what the character's going through. I mean, I don't want to go too much. I think you guys should watch, so I don't want to spoil anything.
What season is it?
3.
It's
Season 3.
Okay.
It was just from beginning to end. It was one of the best things I've seen in years.
It's on my list. I hope I can get to it.
And I think even though it is animated, I think you would even love it because it's mature. It's like a
Yeah,
mature
it's
thing. Not-
absolutely-
it's
it's adult
I am
animation.
very
from the
mature.
very first episode, you'd be like, "Oh shit,
No,
it's going
absolutely.
down." Yeah,
All right, I'll put it on my list.
All right. For my number 2 for shows, Shogun. It was
Yeah,
it was perfect.
I got it. That's
It
next
was
one.
perfect. I absolutely loved that show from start to finish.
it's so good.
And I had a free ticket to watch the first 2 or 3 episodes in the theater.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah, I
And-
remember they did that. I
I didn't know
remember
they
that.
did. I forgot.
And I went to another one before with Loki. Fucking loved it. It made me literally like, God damn it.
Yeah.
I mean, like a crackhead. Looking for, I need to watch the rest of Loki. This one, I couldn't make it because I got out of work too late. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I guess I'll go watch it on TV. Watch first episode. I hit up Teddy. We like, yo, God damn it, we missed the showing
Yeah.
because we watched 2 more episodes. I need to watch this shit now. It's that good. And honestly, it was awesome. The fact that even Ariel, who notoriously bad with subtitle shows and movies, he would literally give up.
Notoriously bad with plots.
Well, plots too,
Just
names,
does not,
everything.
Does not give a fuck about plots.
He's not good at watching shit, but but he absolutely loved it too. And
Says a lot.
I was happy that I finished before he did. So
Yeah.
he's talking to me, and I can actually answer
Why-
questions.
I don't understand. That's cool. Give me the first 2 episodes in the theater. Why don't we have series finales in theaters?
because not everybody watches the show. But this was a sneak peek situation. It wasn't like I'm making
like
money
it's
on
like-
Some of these finales I would have absolutely loved to
Yeah,
watch.
Yeah,
I
but-
think that's a way to make some quick money off that
It
shit.
Yeah.
requires you to watch the season first.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Obviously.
which is what they're doing with the Grogu and Mandalorian show.
Yeah,
That's gonna
yeah.
be the finale for that. They're
Yeah.
making it a movie.
Making a whole movie. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I do
That boy
think you
Disney.
could make it could be a cash grab just showing it on a movie theater.
It's like limited theater. It'd be like 1 or 2 showings. Not
Yeah,
something,
which
you
they
know.
could do that. Yeah. My number 2 movies was Dune 2. Absolutely
It was
great movie
phenomenal.
for me,
was.
especially because I watched it in an IMAX Dolby theater.
It would have been higher for me if I did.
It was beautiful.
Watching
there.
it at home with my little my TV's not as big as
Nah,
it
it's not. That's not. And that's you need that like that. So number 3, watch it in theaters. But yeah, we always talked about it before. But it's beautiful. The lore they're making, the world. They took the original from the 80s, whatever, which was basically the 3 movies that they're doing now. They made it into one, so it's condensed, and you couldn't fucking wrap your head around shit. They actually took time, spread it out
Yeah.
for you.
And then there's
understand
there's a series in
that happens after, yeah. Oh, the
before.
prequel.
It's a prequel.
That just came out now, yeah.
Prophecy or something like that.
Which I heard is amazing too, so I gotta put that on my
I
list.
need to watch that for sure.
But yeah, that's my number 2.
Couldn't get it in time for this.
Yeah, yeah. What you guys have for number 1?
I mean, we have the same one. Why don't you say what your number 1 is? Because
My number one
start off with
actually.
discussion.
No, my number one is actually on somebody's list already. It was Arcane. Was number one.
Arcane. I feel you.
It is another animated show. This one's tied to like League of Legends, which is another
leave
video
the
game which I know
animated nerd
nothing
gods.
about. But just watching it for the lore,
That's so good.
this show was so perfect. And actually, fun fact: there's a season
I
2.
didn't finish it.
Season 2, it was the only show in IMDb history to have a 9.0 or above on each episode of the season.
I just realized I didn't finish it.
Every single
That's why I probably was not.
yeah, every single that makes sense.
You have it on your
Wait
list.
a minute.
You had to pick it low. I was like, oh, that's surprising. 'Cause I feel like you would like
I probably would. It's like, hey, 2
Every
episodes left.
It was good, but like I feel like they didn't really wrap it up.
yeah, that's crazy.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Every episode above a 9.0 on IMDb. It was that fucking good. And I think they had like a $400 million budget. Like they gave Netflix gave them the bag. to
Well,
go
they
do this
deserve it.
because
It's
the
beautiful
first season was
to
that
watch.
amazing.
All right, Josh.
That good for you watch.
All right, number 1.
is the Penguin.
Yeah.
When I say
yours?
perfect
Okay.
TV series,
he's like,
I was like, no,
One.
perfect TV series.
Yeah.
Good Lord. If this doesn't sweep every fucking Emmy, everything, good Lord. This girl, Sophia Falcone, deserves everything after
Yup.
wow, stole the entire show. You got fucking Colin Farrell, unrecognizable.
It's not him.
And
That's
she's
crazy.
still, it was,
Leanne found out maybe a month after we finished Penguin that's Colin Farrell.
Jesus Christ.
Like, yeah, it's Colin Farrell. This is this guy. She's like, there's no way that's the same guy.
I understand why.
Yeah,
And
makeup.
for anyone listening, I haven't gotten to it yet. He's not on my list. It would be on my list for sure.
It would be
I just
number
couldn't
one.
You
get to
will
it in time.
love it.
It would be number 1.
I
couldn't imagine
at the time
it not
when it
being-
came out. I had other shows going on. And I didn't want another weekly show to add to it. Like, I didn't have time.
I
I
feel you.
wanted to just binge watch it, and then the
why I got
holidays,
shows I haven't
hit, and I couldn't binge
it's
watch it.
Crazy.
And my number 1 movie that
There's another one.
I watched, well, you guys all have your list. I put number 1 in Sonic 3. Honestly,
Fucking amazing. I
it
was so
absolutely
good. I'm
love
gonna
it.
play the game again.
It was pretty good.
I played it for 10 minutes before, and I sent you guys a picture. I'm going back. I'm gonna
It's
do it.
so good. And the fact that I caught everything aside, humor and shit. Eggman and his dad, his grandfather.
Perfect.
Great.
Perfect casting.
They knew. I love the fact that they walked in there knowing what the fuck they wanted to do. This is what we're doing. This is the movie. Have fun. So, because when I first started this movie, I'm thinking, was Sonic this annoying the first 2? Like, what the hell? And then I'm watching, like, okay, it fits. If everything fits.
Because
Yeah.
like story wise, he is like that. In anything,
Yeah.
any game, any other show there's been, he's always supposed to be like that hypergenic, like little
Yeah,
brother type energy.
like motherfuckers, calm down.
Keanu Reeves for Shadow.
Good look. Perfect.
Absolutely
He
perfect.
had the gun and the motorcycle. It was lovely. And like, cause again, I'm coming off the Knuckles series, which
not
I
seen it.
couldn't
I haven't
finish.
seen it either.
Which I couldn't finish because Kid Cudi is not for this. he's not used to talking to the fucking like people not there.
Yeah, makes
Yeah,
sense.
and he went over him up, so I had to quit that, like, because it's like
Yeah.
I just couldn't continuously
Sorry,
watch Kid Cudi do this. But I'm happy that the movie just was as good as it was.
Did not ask Kid Cudi to come back.
Yeah, he might have died in the end. I have no idea. I didn't finish it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
But yeah, that movie was so great, and I had to be able to watch it with my son, and he loves it, obviously. And I'm thinking, like, if you just played that game,
He would.
you
oh,
would
man.
have
It would-
mind blown.
You would never watch anything else.
Exactly.
The nostalgia was
exactly.
so crazy. It was just a big,
It
salute
was
and
just
tribute to the
so
people that
fun,
were involved.
and
in
it's gonna be
back
way
then.
more. It's gonna be like at least 5.
Yeah, they already did after credit scenes.
What?
There's,
They
there's
could
gonna
literally
be a
keep
sequel.
pounding these out. Pause.
Yeah, but how many people are gonna add to the movies? It's
There's
like,
still lore. I mean,
people love.
There's still lore. I mean, there's not much.
Yeah.
To
When
my
you
knowledge.
have a
Like,
simple formula.
yeah, but every time you add another character, like the animated characters, the humans are gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, eventually.
And how many times is these people gonna die before you say they're dead? Like, you know,
You don't need the humans from Sonic.
In my like,
you need Eggman.
That's about it.
I don't think he's supposed to come back.
He died last episode. I mean,
yeah, but like-
last movie.
But that was
and
like,
they mentioned it.
That was Kanan in the story, though.
Yeah.
like that is what
I
happened.
thought you were dead.
They said that word for word. They're like, we thought you were dead.
Yeah,
That
literally.
was our top 10 movies and TV shows.
Good year.
Yeah, actually,
And,
looking back, it was actually a really good year. I take
enjoyed
back what I
it.
said earlier.
Facts. Honestly.
So
Great year.
I have a little bit of an announcement to make to our fans.
Announcement.
Yes.
Wonder what this is.
So here at the 806 Network, part of Vibe Entertainment, we have a couple different podcasts. Obviously, the flagship 806 The Show.
Oh,
No.
clap moment.
I left space so they could add the claps after.
Okay, right.
And we have
please.
Uneducated Take.
Uneducated Take. That's cool.
Also returning, we were going through contract negotiations. This man's lawyer is very good, and Lord, we had him to agree. He check will be returning next year.
I'm still undefeated.
But now
For now.
we have another
no
one
questions.
joining the fold.
Dun, 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 dun.
If you enjoyed this kind of video of us discussing movies, well, guess what? And TV shows, guess what?
Dun, dun, dun.
You will be able to watch it much, much more next year because there is going to be a new podcast where we discuss movies, TV shows, not just Marvel, not just superhero stuff. A lot of different movies, a lot of different TV shows. As you can see, we're very interested in it. We watch a lot of stuff. This guy had 20 movies and TV shows and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Good list. It was a good list.
the name,
Thank you.
write
Guys,
that
come
down.
on.
All right. Drum roll, please. The show will be called Loaded Couch Potatoes.
Firework.
We're not just regular couch potatoes. We're couch potatoes who are special with knowledge and love for the movies and TV shows.
Loaded.
Check out for that.
Loaded. Yeah. That works.
Loaded.
That
Right?
works.
Loaded.
Yeah.
Multiple
You know,
meanings.
little whatever. I thought it was a little clever. So definitely look out for that. And it's going to be me,
You?
co-host of 806 The Show, Sanchez, and
Me.
welcoming officially to the 806 team, Christian will be official part of Loaded Couch Potatoes. I
Take
don't know
that,
how
take that.
frequently we're going to drop. I'm not as frequent. It's not going to be the weekly 806 The Show.
No.
That's too much. We know we have...
I can't
Takes
do
a
it.
long time
Daytime.
off from shows sometimes,
Yep.
you know?
Expect, if I could guess, I would say late January, early February for the first episode. So look out for that. Thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
Good list, everybody. Good list.
Good list.
That's a good list.
I like y'all list. Now I'm gonna add some shows to my watch list now.
I know.
I gotta watch anime,
I gotta watch
apparently.
Penguin.
That was
I have to watch the
Penguin.
Penguin.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Make sure you tune in to 806 The Show for season 4.
Season 4, we in the dough.
Uneducated MMA as well will be back. They all know it's the same little break. MMA takes the same break as 806 The Show. We always take the Christmas break. If you haven't heard it yet, I hope you enjoyed your holidays. Happy New Year,
Happy New Year.
co-host Sanchez. New co-host Christian,
Take that, take
Melly
that.
Mel, and you can't say the
I can't say that. I
No,
can't say
you
that. I forgot.
No, you can't.
Yeah, bleep that shit out.
Well, we'll beat that one. I forgot. It's been a while.
Peace,
Peace.
guys.
Sounds bad.
Solo.